All right, here we go. Finally, Chun-Li just hanging out there. Ryu and Akuma Oblongata. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? I don't think I've ever used a Street Fighter character yet in this Mega Man X Dive game. Let's see what's going on. What? This is very nice. Japan. Wow. Japan 20x6. Okay. It looks the same. Wow. That's catchy. I have 1,000 gems. Oh, free 10 capsule. Hold on. I didn't even know about that. I haven't logged in like a week. I could have got 10 capsules a day. It's not going to be anything good. Why they got to put the purple at the end? No, I'm not waiting for that. No. It's not a day, right? No. 10 here. One time only. Okay, good. Good. We already know we're not even going to get it. Are you serious? I mean, we knew we weren't going to get it. 2 purples. I'm not waiting for that. No, sir. Free 10 free capsule. Now, that was the best pull all day. All right, so, let's see what's going on with the event. First off, a boss rush. That's okay. Wait, what? Okay, I know those bosses. That's no problem. What's the rewards here? What do we got? All right, we got a pack. What's the goods? What do you got here? Don't cheap out on me. Guile card. Wow. That's it? Oh, yeah, that's it? Come on, bro. Damn. Brutal. Well, let's see what's going on. I'll be fine. Wow, I feel like I used to be high enough level for these max level missions. What happened? They increased it? I don't know. The music's good. This is strange. Has such stage ever appeared in Mega Man X? It looks like both a house and a castle at the same time. I've never seen an architecture like this before. Rico, it seems we've got a serious situation on our hands. Oh god, the dialogue's already good. Apparently the data from that game has somehow gotten mixed up. Wait, what? They can't even say it. They don't have the rights to say it in the story dialogue, maybe? We got mixed up with the Deep Beat blog, too. I have never imagined such a data era could ever actually take place. Wait, that happens all the time, though. Mr. Via, what do you mean by data from that game? Are you telling me this is an error caused by a game unrelated to the universe of Mega Man that got mixed up with the Deep blog somehow? Right. Player, even if you have only played Mega Man X, surely you must have seen this stage before. You buy all Capcom products, don't you, like a mindless zombie? Could it be this classic fighting game? That's right, it's Street Fighter. Okay, he said it. It appears that the data of Street Fighter V became mixed up with the Deep Log. Incredible, soy desu. Are you suggesting that we might run into the renowned fighters such as Mr. Ryu, Ken, or Chun-Li Sama? You got that right, sister. Cross-up attack followed up by crouching medium kick canceled into Hadouken. But you have to watch out for wake-up attacks that your opponent may try to pull after he's down. Slow down, please. There's also females in the game. I could barely make out what you were saying. But if I did, I probably have no idea what those terms meant. Wow, that's strange. That's, why though? Okay, well, the first trick you need to learn is to cancel the Shoryuken into Shinku Hadouken. Won't you agree, player? No, you sound insane, Mr. V. It's hopeless. I think Mr. Villa just got a little too excited. It seems that we may have an incredible encounter waiting for us. Let's focus on, firstly, on locating the cause of the error. Player, Rico, it's time to go. The answer is waiting for us in battle. About time you came back to your senses, you've come back. V has come too. Alright, so what do we got here? It's the Street Fighter. From the everyone knows that game. I buy all of them every year. You know, everyone knows you're supposed to cancel into Hadouken, everyone knows that. Player, don't you think that those irregular data somehow are different from the usual ones? Well, it almost feels as if they excluded many aura. Exude the manly aura of challengers. I guess it must have been due to the mix-up with the Street Fighter V data that has created those challenge seekers among the irregular data. Wait, are there womanly auras too? Because there's women in that game. To speak with fists rather than words, the answer must lie in the battles. That's what they want you to believe, and that's what we're going to do. What are they exactly? What are we exactly? In this stage, we are the fighters, and we shall not think, but only fight to the death, and we'll learn what the answer to life, and we shall find the answers to such questioning through fighting. I do not agree with this at all. This is terrible. Yes, go for it, player. Communicate with your opponents with your fists. Yeah, don't question it. Well, technically, more like your weapons. Oh, they're all the same. Only the names have changed. Player, you killed them. Someone seems to have left something there. Yes, it's their guts. They're dead. It was supposed to have been the force of Hadou that possessed them somehow. When you're done fighting with your foes with your fists, you will make better sense. It's almost like someone else told them to fight without thinking, and then, yeah, you were trying to possess me. Oh, I didn't. Wait, can I scroll up? I can't even scroll up. I don't know what he said because it can't let me scroll up. I see. In other words, you have no idea what this is, right? I can tell you this much. This force of Hadou will help you grow stronger if you come across more of it during the stage. Don't forget to collect them. Collect the whole set. It is a vital ingredient that we'll need to grow stronger. We will no doubt run into other powerful enemies because of the error. Don't forget to collect it. Don't worry. I'll forget. Yes, no need to worry about if I will or not. I'll be like, hey, what's that thing floating down that's glowing? I don't need to pick that up. That's what will happen for sure. It's a formality. A lot of formalities in this game. These guys don't stand a chance against Zero's lightsaber. I mean, some kind of saber. Some kind of sword that's glowing. What? I'm dying. Well, that lasted not too long. I'll give him a fair fight. Psych. Wait, what? Next wave. The black belts at the end. The Hadou. What is it called? I forgot. The Spirit of Hadou? I never heard of that till today. Mega Man X Dive has taught me more about Street Fighter lore than Street Fighter. I played some of the story. Oh god. I only have 263 quarters left. What's up here? Now, what's up there? What the heck is this? There's only one way. I had to do it. And there's no reward at all. Is there something below? What the heck is going on? Where'd they come from? Alright. It's like Sekiro, man. 2D Sekiro. Just because you're on the rooftop. What? That's the first time I've ever seen like ready happen mid-game. After the beginning. These look like Oreos. Except they're not black. They have that same design though. Where's that creamy filling? It's like something there. It's the other flavor that no one buys. For like Halloween or something. Oh, I love Halloween themed snacks. That's the best part. But anyway, what the heck is that? Oh, that's like Street Fighter text. As a Street Fighter gamer, I know these things. Player, I suppose you have been collecting Force of Hadou like I told you. The STFV character who is waiting for us up ahead. He must be a fighter with incredible power and strength, and he must be a he as well. I agree, even if we are still rather far away, I can already feel an intimidating aura. I can certainly see why he has come to be known as Master of the Fist. Master of the Fist. Whoa. Well, yeah, it might not be the reason. We must assimilate and use this power in order to stand a chance against him. I'm doing all the work here. I'm sure a player could do it. Let's make sure we have sufficient training before challenging him. They're just, what do you call it? Patronizing me. What was it called? Now, let's hope we have all our crayons in the box. That's a good tip, though. You don't want to forget that some of your crayons at your friend's house. And it's like, oh my god, I need this color. And you don't have it. Because no one was there to remind you. But, that's like saying, let's all work on this project, and then only one person does it. It happens. What's going on here? Hey, I feel like I missed one. Yeah, the other roof there. Can I go back to the other roof? I'm gonna try that. Okay. I cannot. What if they made like a 2D Mega Man game? I mean like a RPG. I mean, well, like open, like the worlds. Like that one game. I forgot the name. Two guys walking around beating each other, beating people up. You know. If you know, you know. Okay, it's this guy. I knew it. It is that man. Akuma. Despite being a manifestation of the game's data, he is exuding an incredible amount of pressure. It's almost as if he is inhuman. So this is what a man will become when he reaches the pinnacle, the pineapple of his chosen path. Is this a man? I always thought The Rock said, is this a man? Not, can you smell? Is this a man? Player, go forth and challenge him as you would a master. You have been through much training yourself, and I have confidence in you. Well, arguing over whether Mega Man X is more powerful than Street Fighter would just be an exercise in futility. We will soon find out the answer when the fight is over. This is truly a battle of the dreams. Here he comes, player. Final round, fight. Hey, you stole my line. Akuma. They had to put the logo there. Revered as the master of the fist, Akuma is a fighter that has chosen the path of Shura. So I'm learning some lore here. I don't really know much about this guy. Shura is from Guns the Duel. I'm just gonna say it. The sword is called Shura. It came out in Well, that sword came out later, so probably like 2008. Driven by a burning desire to challenge those who he dreams worthy in duels of death. Duels of death. Akuma has subjected himself to unthinkable training and obtained unworldly prowess through Satsui no Hajao. Numerous powerful fighters and warriors have already died by his hands. After Street Fighter V became incorporated into the Deep Log, Akuma's data manifested as a hunter program as he appeared before player and his companions. Will Ash catch Akuma? Being an uncanny double of the feared fighter himself, Akuma also seeks to challenge the most powerful fighters to duels of death in this world. To go from being human to beyond human to beyond demon, beyond. I'm done. Who's typing this? Who? How much is there to type? Why can't you just proofread it? Is that really? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he has that accent. To beyond human. It's like his accent's escaping, like he tried to hide it. To beyond human, to beyond demon, to reach heaven. Whoa. 7, 8. I'm dead. Well, it was a good run. It was a good run. Alright. I'm back. Look how much bigger he is compared to Zero. I mean, smaller. I don't know. It's weird. It looks weird together. Yo, we should get Zero in Fortnite. What is this music? I wonder if this is a remix. X dived. Nice. I should have used the dragon guy. You got some good moves there, buddy. What is this? Okay. Damn. What's he doing there? He's going sicko mode. I want to see what that does. Wow! It killed me out of shield, I think. Well, it destroyed my shield instantly. Holy crap. That was pretty cool. I want to see if it kills me at full health. I want to see. Oh my god. Let's just assume it does. We have a chance to see this. He doesn't use it too much. Come on, man, do it. Dude, I'm done. Just die. He wouldn't do it anymore. Well, maybe he has a limit. Yes! You did it, player! You win! Excellent work, player. Although he isn't the true Akuma. Oh, now you tell me this. His power was still incredible. You've done well. Merry Christmas. It's like you're finding out your Santa was your uncle. But the duel of death between you and I has yet to come. Even though I'm fake. If you also seek the same path as I do, one day our paths shall cross and we shall fight once more. Until that day comes, player. Yes, and? What? How could his game data contain Akuma's personality as well? Alright, that happens with every character pretty much we've encountered. I don't know what you're talking about. Is this surprising to you? Giving game data the ability to express itself through language. Does this mean that the error is also her doing too? Nice try, but no, I didn't do anything this time. Miss Iko, what brought you here? Well, I came here because I wanted to see for myself this rare error that almost never happens. It seems that I am a step too late. Rico, with your ability to analyze, I suppose you are able to summon the game data for Street Fighter V as well. Oh, that's right. You should be able to summon those fighters now. If you manage to pull it off, be sure to let me know. I'd love to meet them. I am surprised. You are seldom interested in such things. Well, I've been practicing how to chain crouching light kick into a Hayakuretsu Gayato. Cool. Right. So you're a gamer. So you are a Chun-Li user, I see. Well, would you care to fight with my Ryu? Ha! If I'm fighting you, I can just do a random character select and you will still be no match for me. Bring it on. What? Nani? If you are that good, I guess we can put you on a handicap and ban you from using V trigger. Hey, that's quite enough. It's not fair that you get to have all the fun. Teach me how to play too. Sure thing, but you must first analyze the hunter programs for Street Fighter V first. I'll do my best. Desai, you heard her. If I manage to pull it off, you'll better have nice things to say about me. That's what they all say. What? Great job. There's 1,400 tickets, kid. Go buy yourself a plastic plane the size of a dime. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not even worth. I think the reward. This is the worst rewards, man. Call me spoiled. I mean, you do get a card. I guess he's trying to make it in the cards a little more worth. You can't have all the cards all the time. Whatever. I'll work on that then. I mean, these bosses, you've seen these before. Everybody's seen those before, man. I'll roll once since I don't have the characters. Chun-Li looks very more anime in this. So what? They have two of them. One for Akuma. Did they split up the characters? Ryu. You get base. That's also on my radar. My radar. Explosive flamethrower. I don't care about most of these things. Let's do it. Wow, they really did separate Akuma and the others. Well, everyone wants Chun-Li. Let's be honest here. I have to roll for Chun-Li. Do it for Chun-Li, man. Alright, that was a waste. Okay. Alright. Okay, then. Alright, we get it. There's nothing. There's none. No. Okay. Yeah. Didn't see that coming. Not at all. Oh well. Oh, the event, you get some tickets here. Couple tickets here. I can do those as well. Dailies. Those are dailies. More dailies. Okay, no problem. 4,000, damn. I'm maybe can complete. Well, you will complete this if it's 4,000 every day. There's only like maybe a week or two, week and a half left of this. I don't know. 20, yeah, next week. Oh, there it is. The first page is done. All right, this okay. Yeah, 525. There it is, right there. Well, that's it. That's how it happened. Well, we didn't see a lick of Chun-Li. I'll stop there. We can at least see the character from here, I think. What's going on here? Wow. What the heck's going on there? What's with this? What is this animation style? Like every part is moving, even parts that don't move. There's like some RuneScape. In RuneScape, they did that where like the whole body stretches. They had an update once. I never forget. Their bodies started to move up and down with the sword. It was weird. I lost my immersion. The immersion was gone after that. Look at this guy. I'm in my prime. No shoes. Dirty feet, man. Raya's feet are completely full of. This is dirt. So does he have his ultimate attack? That's probably only a boss move. There's no way you could do that, right? Oh, here it is, right here. I think. Okay. Well, we did it. All right. Well, that's it, guys. See you for the next one. Take care. If you made it to the end of the video, there's no bonus.